Hello everybody and welcome back to our AC Shadows playthrough. Last time we killed Wara Koryatake, this brutal samurai pledged to Obu Nobunaga to wipe out the last of the Iko-Iki resistance in Setsu. He suffered greatly in his final moments, as now he declared war on all her father's murderers. Kyonyo's people will know peace, for now. So obviously our next target is the Golden Temple. But first we have stuff to do. And the main thing I want to do is take a look at my new weapon. The Kusarigama Death Whisperer. 200% damage on enemy collisions. Upgrade the hideout's forged engraver perk. Equip that for now. And I'm going to now get another trophy. For having a legendary item in each slot. And then we'll switch back to everything that we had on. Because obviously most of this stuff is not as good as what I have on. Trophy on bronze. Better than a bucket. Equip legendary gear in all slots. Alright, and then I'm going to try to get 2 more trophies today. But I'm not too confident in my ability to get them. Alright, and then back to the Diligent Katana of the Monk, because I don't think I would have gotten Eye of the Dragon yet. I'll wait till we kill like a certain number of Order or Templars or masked individuals. Alright, anyways, today we're going to head back to the hideout to try to get the second trophy. Hopefully. And then the third trophy, I don't know. We will see. Okay. Oh, we can collect something. Oh, yeah, the salvage box. 176 mon. Nice. Hey, Junichi. Alright, we got our scouts chilling here. Whereas I am going to be going up here and doing this. Nope. Apparently though this is the way to get your roll. I'm just not really sure how to. The sun coming up right here is beautiful. Okay, I don't know how to get the roll going. Which means time to pause and Google search. Alright, figured out what I was missing. Oh, it goes down to our mastery. Well, we now have a Kusarigama, which is this skill tree, but we don't have that one. I assume it's going to be here that I can find what I need. No. Maybe Shinobi? Yeah. I need to be knowledge rank 2 for it. But you need Egan roll. And then as soon as you get that, you can perfect roll and get the sometimes trophy. So that trophy's out of reach right now. As for the hook, line, and swinger, I'm trying to find locations for that. And I'm not sure where. Let's do some codexing. The Kusarigama. Like a serpent, the Kusarigama is as fearsome up close as it is from a distance. The variable reach of its chain, coupled with the lightning quick attacks from the sickle blade, give it unparalleled versatility in combat. It can slash, cut, disarm, pull, and even knock enemies unconscious. Mastering the Kusarigama's abilities, however, requires precise timing, dexterity, and skill to unleash its full potential. Saving up my mastery points for that Egan roll, so nothing there. I'm glad it's not an automatic fall damage. It's just a way to reduce fall damage. If it were automatic, I'd be really, really pissed. because anything automatic is annoying. Alright, anyways, today I could do this old Kofun. Oh no, it's Tennoji Temple. The old Kofun is down here on the Azumi coast that we saw earlier. But I think I'll wait for next episode to do that. I could use a scout, but I don't really want to yet, especially because summer's still in full swing. Anyways, the main thing that I wanted to do today is probably go here to the Tennoji Pagoda, avoid the Iko Iki, and then go to do the stray dogs. It's quest level 10 though, so I'm a little bit hesitant because I think I'm only 8. Actually, you know what? I can just check the world map. That'll tell me exactly what level I am. Nope, I'm only 7. So Yamasahiro is now open to me if I so wished. But I don't right now. I would rather, you know what? Let's do the Kofun. Apparently it's right here. I always thought it was over by this. And I can go there from the Makinodera lookout. Let's do it. Yep, Kwachi Heights are auto-leveling with us, clearly, which is very annoying. Level it up. But you can actually apparently hook, line, and sinker that. Or hook, line, and swinger. You can swing from the rope swing to Leap of Faith. Oh, that's annoying. You can't just slide this all the way down. That would be cool. Well, anyways, our path is over here. How many times do I have to spam down the down button before she starts going down? And then instead of making the extra run up, she just back ejects. But there she does. The Izumi Coast. Let's keep moving. I will say the one thing I haven't seen at all in this game is wildlife. I think what, maybe a couple of insects and birds, but I don't even know if those were insects. So it's not like there's much here at all. Yes, I know I can track a quest. Believe it or not, I'm not a helpless infant, AC Shadows. Or, I guess, Ubisoft. But I have other grander visions in mind, aka getting a pair of chests. Or, chests? Getting a pair of trophies. For a second I thought that gap of light was a person. I was about to get very worried. Here we go, old Kofun. With a, with an anomaly. Ooh. Well, let's check out that anomaly. I'm very interested after the first one. Codex updated. Kofun. Kofun. Kofun, or ancient burial mounds, are large tombs of various shapes that emerged in ancient Japan during the 3rd century AD, or CE if you're not a Christian. These tombs, which persisted until the late 7th, early 8th century, disappeared with the advent of the ancient state. Over the centuries, there was a notable trend toward gigantism, particularly with keyhole-shaped tombs. These monumental structures are distributed throughout the Japanese archipelago. The most imposing examples concentrated in the Kenai region. By the 18th and 19th centuries, the largest Kofun were believed to be the tombs of ancient emperors or their close relatives. It's recorded in ancient chronicles. The sarcophagus within a Kofun is placed in a cavity that may either be accessible or hermetically sealed. Excavations of these tombs have uncovered a variety of artifacts, including jewelry, weapons, bronze mirrors, and Sueki-type pottery. From the 5th century onwards, horse harnesses were also found. Additionally, haniwa, clay cylinders topped with various objects such as weapons, helmets, swords, boats, animals, horses, dogs, or human figures, warriors, musicians, are commonly associated with these tombs. Fragments of broken pottery suggest that libation rituals were performed at the time of burial. Furthermore, murals, often depicting the sun in the form of spirals, adorn the walls of some tombs. Interesting. Very interesting. Okay. Well, this apparently is a place where I can do some swinging before I try to access the Kofun. Or maybe a place inside it is. Old Kofun, find and loot the chest. Wonder why they had to specify it's an old Kofun. Also, is it possible to have a torch in here at all? Oh, there we go, it lightens up. Oh, wow. Very basic, it seems. Worn peasant clothes. Huh, I doubt you'd find those in a place like this in actuality. Okay, some sculptures and a sarcophagi. Is that all there is? Oh yeah, I can just go prone. So this is ominous and spooky. And probably can't be properly exploded, Yasuke. Whoops. I will say alone, I could never explore a place such as this. It would just be too creepy for me. But with someone else, I'd feel a lot more... Like, just someone being there would make me feel so much more comfortable. Trophy earned bronze, hook, line, and swinger. Stay airborne by swinging from one grappling hook point to another. I mean, definitely a glitch because I didn't, but I appreciate it. That's basically a free trophy. So thanks. I also find it really interesting just how complex this is, despite the fact that it's from what I'd assume is the 3rd century, as it's described as an old Kofun. Okay. What did I not get? Find and loot the chest. Okay. Guess the worn peasant clothes weren't the chest. I assume it's down there in the water, but I want to keep exploring, so we'll go the other way. Nominally stabilized system harvest. Claim it now in projects. Okay. Well, I'll claim the 1,000 keys. Acquired 1,000 Abstergo keys. Cool. Whoops, I just broke something. From the tutorial. So do I get to see what I did? Completed system harvest, gather moan. So it looks like you don't have to actively track these. As long as you finish them, you get rewards now, which is very nice. You shouldn't have to track them, especially not early game. And I'm sorry for breaking all this pottery. That really hurts to do. Not an archaeologist, not in that field. I will say I am interested in archaeology, not enough to make it like a career out of it or anything like that, but enough to have some knowledge and enough to be absolutely horrified whenever I, playing one of these video games, accidentally break something that I should not be breaking. Like the pottery. Like, I'm of the opinion that anything and everything should be preserved that can be preserved. That is of cultural importance. So I don't like condone hoarding, but I definitely condemn things like the destruction of cultural artifacts, and even the destruction of like historical documents or documentation that could be used as historical documents, if that makes sense. Okay, I don't know if there's a way up on the other side. Oh. I see what I'm supposed to do. I think I'm supposed to be getting up there. Shoot, shoot, shoot. Shoot, I am knocking everything over. Feel how big and creepy this is, though. Feels alive. To an extent, at least. Alright, loot the chest. Wrath of the Oni, common trinket. So yeah, it does. Loot scaling is obviously in place. I'd be surprised if it wasn't. Loot scaling is almost always in place in AC games that have levels. I mean, with AC Valhalla, it wasn't really in place. You had to upgrade things to get them to a certain damage marker. And it was more your character leveling up that decided your level. But here, oh jeez, that scared me. Clearly it's the case that it's your, that it's your level. I mean, it really is an uncomfortable callback to AC Odyssey, which I believe this is the team, ooh, sarcophagi, cool, that created, look at those, I believe those are stalactites. I can never remember the difference. Or, not the difference, but which one is which. Oh my god, open air. I should say natural light. That is very welcome. Let's see, anything at all. Nope. It is the same team that created Odyssey that's created shoot, that's not what I meant to do. How do I get up there? That created shadows, but oh, no? Yeah, okay. But still, oh, there's the chest. This is uncomfortably reminding me of AC Odyssey.
Got it. Now to find the way out.
Trophy earned bronze, Kofun Raider. Complete your first Kofun. Amaratu's Blessing, and I didn't see what else I got. Oops. Inventory. Well, it's clearly better with 10% damage per unused ability slot and an engraving opportunity. Yeah, I'll take the shrouded shinobi robes for now. I didn't see what else we got though, and that's kind of annoying me. Executioner's letter. No clue what we got. Oh yeah, but we can go here. Yaya is a powerful Buddhist monk in both mind and body with a strong desire for peace. So yeah, we can do Yaya's quest at level 10. But I think I'll probably stick with doing Way of the Blacksmith and Smuggler's Run. Okay, so now we gotta find our way out of here. Ooh, 2000 XP, that's nice. Okay, I'm suspecting it's through here. I do feel pretty bad about looting this ancient place, but it's not like I don't need the loot right now. Later on, I will, and that's, I'll admit, something I've always felt really guilty about is looting places like tombs and stuff in Assassin's Creed and other historical games, like or like mythological fiction, like God of War. I mean, I don't see why we can't just let the dead have their things, unless we need it in the moment to survive. It feels like really, really, really scummy to area not available yet. Oh. Can I carry these? Ouch. Here we go. Blew open the hole behind the sarcophagi. But yeah, it feels really, really scummy to steal from the dead when we don't need it. It just does. Alright, well, we looted our first Kofun. Very, very big. And I think now it's time to go to Sakai. To see just how big Sakai is, because I can't imagine it being too big. Just doesn't look like it would be that big. And the first thing I'm probably going to do is wear the blacksmith, and then I will do searching Sakai. So yeah, thank you all for watching. I hope you all have enjoyed. I'll see you all in the next one. Till then.